generator, and those are really not the issues. And I think that I wanted to see what their issues were.
As a former mayor of Atlanta, and you heard the current mayor raise those issues yesterday, they're not trivial to him. What kind of spot is he?
Well, he's in a very difficult spot. But you know, he's a good guy. And he really wants to do the right thing for the city. But, well, somebody was reporting, the news reports I heard were not reporting the problems on Wall Street. The problems, they were reporting only how much it's costing the taxpayers for us to be here. Well, one report I heard was that it cost $30,000. Well, my nephew lost $60,000 on his mortgage. Except one person.
$30,000 a rounding error.
And so I'm saying that I hope that they will take the time to define the issues and help everybody understand what you're trying to do. Because if they understand what you're really trying to do, the majority of people in this city and in this country will agree with you.
Well, people are suffering. They are losing homes.
But you have to say
jobs.
You have to say how. See, and you have to understand how. Now, most of those questions are very sophisticated economic questions. The young man I talked to last time I phoned was getting a PhD at Georgia Tech, but it wasn't in economics.
I have a master's in finance.
You have a master's in finance, so you know part of what I'm talking about. Now, there were about 10 people in the president's office. All of them had PhDs in finance and economics, and they couldn't agree. So you have the Congress with 435 in the House and 100 in the Senate. And unfortunately, most of the Congress and most of the Senate is made up of lawyers. And they really don't understand the economics that we're facing.
With all due respect, they have PhDs, but also I'm not getting funded by the Koch brothers, and I'm not getting sponsored by major corporations. So they may have some interest not to agree.
Well, they may, but they also may just not know. See? And you always give your opponent the benefit of the doubt. Nobody really wants to be bad. Nobody really wants to be wrong. And I've sat in enough congressional sessions where people didn't know what was happening. And it wasn't because they were evil. It was because the issues in today's world are so complicated that there are no simple answers. And so you have now the way it's portrayed in the press, you have one group over here called the Tea Party, and they want to do it one way. And you have another group over here saying Occupy Wall Street, and they want to do it another way. But
we have no major funders like the Koch brothers, so our interest doesn't lie on them.
We never had any funders. We never had any funders. And if you had funders, it might cost you your independence. Your funders then would tell you what to do. And so Dr. King, in the time of his mission, never had $500,000 a year. And we changed the entire South. But it wasn't on money, it was on ideas. We had very simple ideas. Go back and read the letter from the Birmingham jail. But until we wrote that, a lot of good people, white and black, didn't understand that they were being victimized by the system of segregation. Now we have a situation where a lot of people, rich and poor, who are being victimized by the economic system, but they don't understand how. And they tend to look to people whom they know and believe what they say. Now, almost everybody here is unknown. So if you're going to have a say, you have to be very clear in what you're saying. And you all have to have a consensus about what are the changes that you want in the American economy. See? And what does it take to make those changes? Now, you have people now saying what's his name, Herman Cain, 999.
909.
No, 999 is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Say, well, that's a 9% sales tax. You have somebody else saying, what, 20% flat tax?
Right.
Well, what does that mean? If I pay flat 20% of my income, and you as a student pay 20% of your income, and the people who own the big buildings and things pay 20%, is that fair?
No.
I don't know.
Ambassador Young, I want to ask you a question that you probably already